Yeah, I thought we, for the most part, tried to compete in battle. Didn't like the end of the first half for sure, but the way last week went, at least we came back, settled down, got back in it for a while. Defensively, we can talk about making plays. They get a good offense, and they do a great job. I think one of the keys is our ability to move the ball but not get points, because we have several times across midfield, several times in scoring zone. We come away with nothing or three. I thought it's a game to win. We need to score 35, 40, 42, 45, and we left some points on the board. So, credit Bill, Penn State did a good job. And last thing, I kind of feel for Mike Maudie too. It's kind of a kid, when you go against, you watch other players. And when I'm sorry that kid got hurt, because the kid plays the punt team as hard as anyone I've ever seen. So I just love him as a player. He like going against good players, so I kind of feel for them. We lost Charlie Love, a senior, last week. He got a knee, so I think it's in our game. It's a part of our game, but I hate it when a great player like that gets hurt. I guess he just got a knee. But we wish him well, because he's a special player. As an opponent, I respect him. What you got?
Defensively, I guess, it seemed like it was a little bit better job. We had a bunch of missed tackles. Obviously, it's running for some big plays. I just kind of disappointed.
Yeah, and again, we'll keep looking. As we move scheme-wise, we're getting guys in the right place with the right guys. We were there sometimes. I know they had a play. I know starting the second half where we were doing great coverage man-to-man, but thought right over the backer's head. It's a great throw on target. And I don't know if we can be in better position. Didn't make the play. We make some good plays in the line of scrimmage. But I think as we look at some things, our support with linebackers and secondary, we just lose leverage on the ball and give up some plays. I really appreciate those two inside guys and three, counting Nick, the way those guys battle, those three seniors. But we got to keep working defensively. We are not at a point right now we're going to play shutdown defense, but we got to keep finding ways to play better as we move forward. That's for sure. It's 2 weeks in a row.
All those drives where you got across Penn State's 40, you got either 3 or nothing. Was there a consistent problem you felt there was, or what do you think the issue was with those?
Execution. A couple times I think there was, one time I think we're rolling. There's a play review. One time I think one of the guys got injured, and some things like that get you a little bit out of rhythm because we were kind of rolling a little bit, and we were just a little bit off. So. They didn't do anything unusual. We had a couple score zone opportunities. We need to be a little cleaner. And because we didn't run the ball, one of the best ways to be a good scoring zone team is when you run the ball. When the field gets compressed, the zones are tighter, the windows are tighter. So you got to run the ball, and we run the ball for 30, 40 yards. And we got to keep working to get a running game going. When you don't have a real good running game, and we like to throw it some, but we want some balance. And earlier in the year, the more balance we had, the better we were. When you don't run it well and you don't play good defense, it's tough to win. It's the main reason why we're on the wrong side of the ledger now.
Came to us for 450, but there, I guess, a lot of them you saw that he kind of left out there.
I thought he left a bunch. And we're going to keep putting the ball in his hand, and he's got to make some plays, some tight windows, tight throws, a couple third down throws. He's running past bubbles. He's throwing some passes he shouldn't. And to move the chains, it hurt us a couple of those when you get to the 40. A couple of times we had a combination of run and throw, and he took a throw that wasn't there. It's just, it's give and take, and sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. If we didn't want him to throw it, we could call the play without it. But we're putting the ball in his hands. And sometimes, as he continues to grow, let's remember again, he is our backup. He's been here less than a year. He threw 400 today, and he left a lot out there. And that's a decent building point for he. We didn't play Nate today. Nate last week got nicked up with a concussion. Didn't practice Monday. Was back Tuesday on. But we just thought, let's make sure he was clear to go. And there's no problems with him. I kind of thought, he's coming off it. Why take a chance to go out there? And he just hit his head on the ground as he slid last week. And he'll be good. That being said, we'll kind of have both of them back in the mix. We kind of went into this one unless there's a problem. We're just going to ride what we can. But both those guys got to keep coming. And we still like Trey. But I think when the season's over, we'll go back and look. Now Cam is probably starting to play more football than Trey. So we have an interesting dynamic as we move to next year.
Robinson made several big plays with the DB right on him. Is this just a better athlete making that kind of play?
He's very good, and credit to him. Same time, again, when our guys are there, they've got to make the play too. So, our guys, we played some man coverage, challenge coverage. A couple times we had it, and the play extended. We had one time they had a screen and go. We had it covered. The guy broke his right off, and they throw it and get tackled on the two. But again, we're in position. Sometimes we've got to make plays. Sometimes we're not in position, and that's our fault either in getting them lined up or calling better things. Sometimes they're in position. You got to make the play, and today we didn't do that. So that's credit. The kid is a very good football player.
when Penn State was able to convert on that fourth down, inside I think it was 4th and 9, something like that, inside the red zone. How big was that play, I guess?
Well, again, they converted a lot of them, but that was 4th down. We had pressure coming. We didn't get home. We're in basically a zero coverage. We don't have help. And our defender got beat to the inside. And by alignment, his job is not, he can't do that. He's got to take away the inside, use the sideline as a defender, force the plays out. And he just missed the line, lost leverage, and they made a competitive play. Matter of fact, another play I played too, I think when he catches it from where I was, it looked like he catches it and there's a competitive play where he's going to be about a yard short. He also finished the play to move the chain. So it's a competitive play by their player. And when you win football games, when you move into the scoring zone and score, you make competitive plays or you don't. Penn State's guys made a lot more competitive plays than we did. As we grow, we got to make plays. And it's not blaming guys, it's just you got to step up and make a play. And we'll keep working to do that.
After the one touchdown, you get the onside kick, and then you get a fumble after that. To get only 3 points out of those 2 series, just how much did that kind of make you guys mad?
I mean, again, and it was, we come out last week where right before we have to lose momentum and we had nothing in the second half. To come back and get a stop, have a big play, get the onside, not do anything, get the fumble. Like you said, we've only got 3. We tried a 54, and I think we converted a 46-yarder. Play call, play execution, no run game. We bogged down plus 40, left points on the board. And at the end, as we are there and don't make tackles, or they make the 4th down, at the end, when we get the ball down to the 10 and kick field goals, we cross it, we have a high snap. We throw a pick on a protection right before first half. We left points on the board. You're not going to get them all, and to say we're going to get them all, you're not. But we left some that we should have got today, and it could have been the game.
What about Adam Vogel, the tackles for loss, especially the big sack? Seemed like another game where he made pretty impactful.
That's how he plays. Matter of fact, our deal, I think, we rotate the guys to keep him fresh. When he was in, our defense was completely different. And it's very, very hard to impact the game interiorly because, a lot of times he's getting blocked. It's always a double team. If the play goes away from him, it's the guard tackle reaching. The play comes to him. A lot of times the center guard combos. A lot of times he's 2-on-1. Seldom is he by himself. He fights his tail off. He's one of the most passionate. He's one of the better football players I've been around. And again, like I say, I've said it several weeks. He plays in the middle where he doesn't flash. He is very He plays very impactful football in a position to show. And when he wasn't in, our defense is different. That's unusual at a 2 technique. So a lot of respect for him.
Well, misses the extra point, gets a couple long field goals, also recovers the onside kick. Kind of a mixed bag for him today.
When he had that streak, and I kind of knew, but like I told him, you're trying to be perfect. There's only been one perfect thing on this world, so get over it. I said, we're coming right back to the onside right now. Instead of saying what happened, hey, I'm sorry, we're human, and we're going to go onside right now. And the offense didn't manage it. We tried a 54-yarder, and typically when you kick a long kick, you can overswing and it naturally hooks. He had a great kick on a 54-yarder. It's man choke, we come back 46. And like I was telling myself, if we make some plays, you're going to make a kick to win this one for us. So, my deal, you respond. And the other thing I thought was a tremendous play all day was there was a pick where Kofi Hughes ran about 55-6 yards to win the play down. Those are signs of what I'm looking for. Mitch Wall today, to miss a kick that meant a lot to him. You have no idea. That kid is very prideful. To make that next kick, that's a sign of a winner. Something we can build on. Kofi, down there, we're going to score, had a great play, almost scored on the screen. We blotch it up. We get a batted ball. They pick his effort. Those are things that we build. We keep talking. This is what it looks like. Don't like the result, but I like the response. That's what we're going to keep building.
That's one for Coach.
You lose your bowl eligibility, but you do have a bucket game this week. What kind of message?
Well, we don't like him to lose bowl eligibility because of the season, the way we didn't manage or call or execute and get our guys ready to win some games. That being said, we are lucky to be at a school that has a great rival, and because a lot of schools don't have that. It's a great game. It's one of the traditional games of this league. It means a lot to their school for sure. I know it means a boatload to all the Hoosiers. So we're lucky to have this game, and I got a lot of respect for my players. I'm sorry we're 4-7, but there's some guys that have changed our program. We're talking to Adam, we're talking to Kofi and Ewald in some plays. A lot of guys that I love and respect. We're lucky we have this week. We want to have a great week, move forward and finish this season as strong as we can. Came back with a decent response. Don't like the result. We're lucky to have a great opponent to finish the season off. A great rival game. We're lucky to have a bucket game. We need to have a great week.
All right, thanks. We'll do players.